so probably going to mess a few things up. But I get so many questions about the Gold Strike. Since I brought this material back, and it's got super fine gold. I mean, unless there's a whole bunch of it in one spot, you can't even see it unless it's under the microscope. And the Gold Strike Micron machine was designed to catch that. So I've even had to make some adjustments on it. I've had to make some adjustments on the shaker table to catch this stuff, because it's not just super fine. It's all been ran through the ball mill, so it's flat, which makes it very likely to float. So learning how to mine all over again, basically. But I just wanted to do a quick overview of the Gold Strike, and I'm going to run a little bit of that material that we've been talking about. So very first thing, let me get you guys turned around. Let's go over the Gold Strike real quick, and then we'll get it prepped and ready to run. So this tree right here of air valves, this thing runs off of air, pressure, and water flow. So that pressure's up valve 1, valve 2, and valve 3. Valve 1 is 1/8 inch material. 1/8 inch minus material is port 2. Superfine is port 3. So there's 3 chances to catch it. Then when we come back around, I just rigged this kitty litter bucket. I cut a slot down there. It's 3/4 of an inch from the bottom, so that other heavies have the opportunity to settle in there. And then behind that, we got this deep V matting. And this sluice is slightly magnetic, so a lot of your magnetics will stick in the sluice. So very first thing we want to do is we want to scrub this mat down, because any bubbles that's in this mat will allow that gold, it won't allow that gold to be captured in that spot. So we've got about 40 pounds of material. Probably won't run it all on this live, but we're going to run, all I use, by the way, is just a little old scrub brush. So now we're going to go up top here, and you can see that it's fairly tall. Up there is where I got to lift the buckets up to. So before we get up here, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the cap off. Now we're going to air up those valves that we talked about. Okay, they're aired up, ready to do their job down here. Here is that material that we're going to run through it. Here's where we feed it, and it takes it through this entire machine, all those loops and curves. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but this is some of that material. It's not very wet, so it's kind of hard to see that fine gold, but I can definitely see it from here. So we just take this scoop here, and we're going to feed it into here. You can feed it fast, and you can feed quite a bit at a time, and this machine can handle it. So you'll see that dust. That's why I have a mask. Okay, so we just did a few, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 large spoonfuls. And when we go back around here now, we'll see that this water is no longer clear. See how muddy it is? And the mat's starting to fill up, and it's real muddy as well. We've got our catch bucket down here to try to help keep this water clean. I do need to add a little more soap. We don't have quite enough suds down here. I definitely don't want this to have the opportunity to float. So with this particular machine, I use Dawn dishwashing soap because oil on your fingers and oil on your skin can make the gold float. And this is much better at breaking down oils. So I know that looks like a lot, but that's a tiny little stream because I got this phone in my hand, so I can't squeeze it. I've got every holder you can think of known to man for my cameras, but until I decided to do a live, I didn't know I don't have anything when it comes to my phone. So I'm having to record with one hand and I'm having to mime with the other. So after we're done with that, for those of you who don't follow us and don't know, that material will come over here and go through this small shaker table that I've designed a water system and a catch system where we can run it on the inside and it doesn't flood the shop. Matter of fact, I've got it down to the point where it doesn't leak at all now. And so that's what we do there. Once it leaves this machine, I do have a cleanup sluice ordered from Keen Engineering that should be here any day, that it'll start going to right after the shaker table. But for now, it goes over here to the panning station where I just showed you that material over here. My panning station's right here. I try to do as much in volume as I can, so everything I have is kind of oversized. So it's time to feed some more. We definitely won't feed this whole thing. I'm not going to bore you guys with that. I just wanted to answer a few questions and get my first live under my belt. I don't know if I'll continue doing lives. I guess if people like them and they do well, I will. If not, it's hard enough just to keep up with the videos in the mining. And I have another company as well, so lots and lots of things to do every day, which I prefer to be busy. Mining season's just exceptionally busy. So our concept here is I have some claims in Colorado and I had some claims in New Mexico. And what we do is we'll go up there and we'll test. We'll run a little bit up there. But most importantly, once we know what material we want, we'll gather that up and we'll bring it back here to Texas. And I run it through this ore shop that you just seen. I'll show you a quick overview of how we get it home. So I rebuilt this trailer last, went in and put heavier duty leaf springs, put some really heavy duty I-beam in it, put some nice 14-ply tires. My Kawasaki Mule is what gets us up to the mountain. I also put new decking boards, all new insulated wiring. Everything is shrink wrapped where water can't get to it. And these are the horse troughs that we bring. So this bottom one has ore in it, top one has dirt. So we're always able to test the dirt and the ore, and we bring back what's the most promising when we run it here. Now eventually I'd like to have land up there with the claim on it. I do own one, but it's way up the mountain. It's not feasible to stay up there and get heavy machinery up there. So for now, this is what I do. This is how we do it. And we wouldn't be where we're at today if it wasn't for these channels. So I'm thankful for each and every one of you. Thanks for all you do for the channel. Built some really great friendships all across the country and even outside the country, all over the world. Built some great friendships through gold mining and through these channels. So thankful for all that. If I had to say my philosophy and what mining means to me, I'd say that it's the friendships. The gold that we get is just a bonus. And one of my mines is also extremely rich in silver, which big moves are coming for silver. If you own it, be thankful you own it, because it's a precious metal and necessary for manufacturing. And so, you know, it either gets double hit or double good stuff. So as we've been in a deficit for 6 consecutive years, silver is going to become more and more precious, and of course that's going to rise the value. So anyways, I didn't mean to chase that rabbit, but I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope this helped answer your questions on the Gold Strike. What we do after we ran it this go around, is we clean out all 3 valves down here. We'll clean out this bucket. We'll clean out the mat. The bucket and the matting goes in here. So I'll do an entire run And then I'll take this material, which is usually super high cons, and we'll run it through the shaker table by itself really slow. And so you can see that the suds are built up a little more now. A lot less likelihood of floating gold. So I appreciate you guys joining us on the first live for Prosperity Prospecting. I hope we get time to do more. Thanks for all you do for the channel. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.